Ravens coming off their first playoff win since 1994. But the AFC champs put an end to their magical ride. Get ready for a divisional round rematch in Week 1. It's the Browns and Chiefs, and it's next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers were in single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
Another big year from arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. And while we enjoy his excellence, let's not take it for granted. He threw for over 4,700 yards, second only to Deshaun Watson, 38 touchdown passes, and led the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl while completing a career-high 66% of his passes. He did have a toe injury during the playoffs that hobbled him, and he had off-season surgery to correct that. We expect this guy to continue to be magnificent.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelce. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet. 26 touchdown passes, cut way down on his turnovers, and led the Browns to a playoff victory for the first time since 1994. This young man continues to mature as both a passer and a leader.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Well, Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds in the middle of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
On third down, Mayfield. As he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this returnable for Hill. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap. You have the sack on the first play of this drive. That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Nick Bolton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Hill to return it. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mahomes now to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. Now it's Mahomes again. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it lines up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And shutting him off, now open field. Still staying on his feet, are you serious? And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Mayfield down. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he's taken down. Chief sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll go again for Landry, and this one's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Mayfield to throw it. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he overshot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. How did he stay on his feet? And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He's going to let it fly.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. right at the 50-yard line. Mahomes going to throw it here. It's Hill, complete. Gets through and now an opening. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Chiefs, they begin their drive for a third straight AFC title with a Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.